Alright, so this video is going to do a little demo on how to create the shapes on your for your project. We're going to go ahead and do 21 because it adds and subtracts, so he's got both of those. But we need to kind of make a plan. So I like to be more efficient when I model, and I can see this. I can see it being made with 2 extrusions, but I'm going to go ahead and make it 3 so we can cut this one. Every block is 1/4 of an inch, so you can kind of plan this out. So I'm going to draw this one first. I'm going to start with just the rectangle. So I'm going to start my sketch, but this is our front face that goes this way. That rectangle in the picture is kind of going this way, so I'm going to start in this plane. And then I always want to start on the origin, so if I'm drawing with a line or whatever, I always want to draw on the origin first. So I'm just going to draw the shape. And now 2 lines have already turned purple because they're already constrained. But now we're going to dimension these. So I'm going to take my dimension tool, and there's 2 ways you can dimension. You can just click on a line and it'll pull it up, and then you click and place it. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes across. So I could do 5 times 0.25, which would be 1.5, or I could just say, I could actually type in 5 times 0.25 in here and press enter. Alright, we've got one more line that's not purple yet. So I'm going to dimension here to here, and that is 4, so I can just put 1 in. So this is my rectangle. Oh, it's actually 3, so I'm going to go back and edit that. 0.75. Okay, finish my sketch. Now everything's purple, that means it's fully constrained. Now I can extrude it, and it's 1 block deep, so I'll do 0.25. Now I've got this. If I realize I messed up, I didn't dimension something, I can go over to my browser, find the extrusion that I want to edit. I can right click, edit sketch. That will change my sketch. Now I can change it. If I do finish, I can right click, edit feature, and that will let me change my extrusion if I wanted to change it to cut or join or whatever. So I click OK. Next I'm going to cut this box out of the top. I'm going to start my sketch, just click the button on the top, click right here, and now I'm just going to take my line tool and I'm going to click here, here, and here. So now I've got a square. I can just dimension this now. So I can say from this line to this line, I clicked on both those lines and then drag it over. I click again. That's 0.25. Now I could dimension that again, or I could use my equal constraint. If you hover over these, they tell you what they do, and they'll sometimes even give you a picture. So if I click these 2, that makes it equal. But something happened here. This line popped out of the side. I'm not sure why. So this is kind of cool. I can show you 2 ways of doing this. You can trim the line off, and now that yellow line means that it ends there. Undo, or I could use my coincident constraint, and I could just move that line to there. Now an interesting thing, this turned purple. The lines that I added are purple. That means they're fully constrained. When I did this, they were not. So I would have to do the equal again to make sure that they're purple. Okay, now this is fully constrained. I can finish my sketch, extrude, and then I can just choose cut from the middle here, and there's that last part. Last thing I want to do is add the little box that pops out the side. So I'm going to go here, start a sketch on this face. I'm just going to use my rectangle tool this time. So I want to make sure I click down here in the corner, get that green dot, go up, click to place, end it, and then I can dimension. So I can say from here to here, that's 2 boxes, it's 0.5. Here to here is 0.25. Finish my sketch, extrude. I want it to be 0.25. It saved it from the last time. I want join, so I click OK. Again, anytime I want to edit the sketch, I can just right click, edit sketch, or edit feature to edit the extrusion. Be careful, you don't want a bunch of extra sketches. Okay, these are called unconsumed sketches, so make sure you delete those if you get them. Edit existing sketches, don't create new ones unless you actually want to create a new one. Now the next thing that we want to do is get this oriented like it is in our assignment. So I don't know why this is not. It's oriented like this. So if you look at our view cube, there's this dashed line. We want to click in the top corner, and that gives us a good isometric view. Now what we'll do is take our snipping tool and we will snip the shape. Okay, go ahead, let's get in the habit of signing. So write your name on it, and then you'll open a Google Doc and just paste it in there. And so this is shape 1. You'll do 6 shapes, each from each one of the rows. Okay, I hope that helps.